All right, we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, Lawn Chair Sports episode 50. Congratulations, we did it. 50 episodes.
Good job,
Round of applause. An absolute barn burner to get the camera up today. We were gallivanting all over Vinoy Park for an outlet. Apparently, the city of St. Petersburg got ahead of it. They got ahead of the homeless people. There is no available outlets anywhere in public in St. Pete in the park. So if you need to charge your phone and you're homeless, go to Williams Park downtown. Lots of outlets around there. Vinoy Park. Now it makes complete sense why there's no homeless people. I always thought it was because we had good governance. No, it is because there are no publicly available outlets. Anyway, 50 episodes. What a fucking accomplishment.
Yeah, I never thought we'd get this far. 50? I mean, we think 50. We still haven't fully counted, but we're just going to say it's number 50.
And for the viewers that are here today, obviously there's two guests. I think we need to start on that side, and we just need to all say our names.
Yeah. Well, you're probably not familiar with me because you haven't listened to any episodes before this, but I'm Andy. I am one of the co-hosts on the Lawn Chair program.
And my name is Drew, not to be confused with Andy.
And then if you combine those two, you get Andrew, and that would be me.
Wow.
And then there's Trenton. So I'm Trenton. I'm also the co-host. These two are guests. They're joining us for a special 50th edition. Also, Minnesota is all over playoffs right now. So Drew, being from Minnesota, we had to get him on the program. And I just feel like Andrew always has something to say. So we figured we might as well get him on as well. I think we just started off with Andy. What do we got for memories? I mean, you guys probably have some episodes you've listened to as well. What are our favorite memories from the first 50 episodes of Lawn Chair Sports?
Yeah, there have been some wild moments just over the last year. I mean, I got to start with the Terry Black's beef. I mean, it's the thrill of going at it with, one of the most prominent barbecue joints in the country. It was incredible. It's a great moment to start the NFL playoffs. I mean, my favorite short is probably about Roger Goodell controlling Bo Nix breaking his ankle. I think I watched that one back about 30 times, was dying laughing. It's been incredible.
Yeah, I think I think the best moment on Lawn Chair Sports so far, in my opinion, had to be my short on Will Campbell's arms being really small. I mean, this I just kind of posted, went to bed. I woke up and the entire NFL offensive line family was just upset. Tristan Wirfs of the Buccaneers literally commented on it, basically saying I'm a narp and I'm a fucking idiot. I ended up DMing him, and he kind of apologized. He said he was actually out for his birthday that night and must have saw it while he was drunk, and that's when he commented on it.
Does he know that you wear a whoop, though?
So, well, I'm not a personal trainer, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you wear a whoop, you're an athlete.
And that's why we brought him on the show, because he's really good at just kind of going along with what we're already saying. But anyway, that was definitely my favorite moment so far was when Tristan Wirfs commented. And I just felt like the whole NFL was just pissed for 1 hour at Lawn Chair Sports.
What was crazy about that is that was even posted somewhere on Reddit. It was like an NFL rookies subreddit, and it popped up. I just saw you sitting in the chair with a lawn chair hat. I thought I was having a stroke. I'm like, what? People were like, what do you think of this take? I think it's a little aggressive, personally. He's only a rookie. People were commenting on it as if it was an actual video. It was crazy. They're like, yeah, it's kind of strong. He could get better in year 2. I'm like, what?
But the crazy,
pretty cool.
But the crazy part is that actually was a pretty good take. And
yeah.
Literally the next 2 weeks, that's literally all the commentators talked about on the program too. So I think I just was a little bit ahead of time.
That's why it hurts so much, because there's truth behind it.
All right, you guys, I know you haven't listened to one, so you can just pipe down. But Drew, I know you've listened to a couple.
I have. Yeah, I like a lot of Andy's takes.
Right up to the mouth.
I'm sorry. So, yeah, Andy's takes are a lot of funny ones. One that sticks out to me was after the Eagles won the Super Bowl and people were dogging Jalen Hurts. And Andy was saying oh, Jalen Hurts, he's the only quarterback in the he's won the most Super Bowl MVPs in the last 365 days than any other quarterback in the league. And I was like, good point, Andy. I like that one.
It's a good take.
Yeah,
Andy's got some good good takes.
Great take.
Yeah.
You had to have one, Andrew.
Andrew, you've listened to all
done
49.
the show.
I mean, yeah, no, my moment would definitely be from the actual show. that I was on.
Of course.
Well, that's the only ones that I've listened to because I was there when it was being recorded. No, I honestly think my favorite moment was the actually, well, let me give you two. So one was when Trent edited me throwing the nicotine pouch in my mouth to the
Great one.
The song from the Titanic. Well, I don't remember what the title of the song is. By the way, today is actually 7 weeks of nicotine free.
Oh,
as you can see
nice.
from my caffeine pouches here.
nice.
So no more of those moments for you, Trent. But the other favorite moment was the playoffs after the Bears won the game against the Packers, and I came on the next week, and both of you just completely switched up your takes on the Bears. It caught me so off guard. I was waiting for the ball to drop, and then it just never did.
Well, I mean, they're well coached, but just no quarterback play.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we caught you off guard because all three of us picked the Bears to win. You thought we were pulling your leg.
I know. No, I really did. I was waiting for like the joke at the end to be like, psych.
And
We weren't recording the whole time.
I know it's been a while since we had you on the pod. We figured it's been 3.5 months. You've processed the Bears playoff loss. We just wanted to make sure your head was in a good space before you're on camera again.
Yeah, thank you for all the time to think about it.
I think the Bucks Patriots game live pod was pretty fun. We
That
got
was
to
great.
definitely do more of that. The going around to the bars, getting hammered, asking the people on video who was going to throw for more yards, Ichiro Suzuki or
Anderson Cooper.
Anderson Cooper. That was a classic.
Did we ever figure that? Did you ever figure out who did?
Yeah, Anderson Cooper actually has led the league since that guy.
They both threw
predicted
for
it.
more than Drake May. So
Yeah.
Hey.
Negative yards.
But all right, enough reminiscing. Let's jump into episode 50. Andy, you got the rundown. What are we working with today?
yeah, I mean, it is NBA playoffs heavy right now. It's all 4 series. We're 2 games in. Knicks are up 2-0 on the 76ers. Joel Embiid missed game 2, but it was a pretty competitive one. Sixers were in it down to the wire. It's 2-0 Knicks now, though. Philly in a big hole. The Knicks are minus 1,000 to win the series. Do the Sixers have any chance here?
I mean, not if Embiid's hurt. I mean, you saw what happened when Maxey has to be the superstar player and take the ball every single time down the court. It's just not sustainable down the stretch. He, I think, played the entire second half, and he honestly just looked exhausted in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. I think if Embiid's back, they probably win 1 or 2 and make it respectable, but there's no chance of them coming back in this series.
Yeah, I feel like they'll put up a fight in Philly. I don't think they're going to go down with a sweep, but the Knicks, they're just kind of clicking right now. The Knicks are clicking. I don't know. They kind of look like the favorite in the East, but I feel like we don't have a lot of game thoughts, so I just want to talk about I am so sick and tired of all these phony celebrities that they're showing in the front row at Madison Square Garden. Like, I actually like most of the Knicks team. I think the roster's likable. Who doesn't like Brunson? They play hard, but I kind of need the Knicks to get bounced just so I can stop having Timothy Chalamet shoved in my face. Like, I don't even fully know who that is. They're like, oh, it's Chalamet. He's courtside. He's the biggest Knicks fan ever. I'm like, I don't freaking care. Also, there are definitely bigger sports fans than celebrities who can just afford the most expensive seats. I'm done with it.
That's such bullshit because you just hate it because it's New York. Dude, you go to a Boston game and they pop the front row and it's the same 5 celebrities every single time. It's Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Dave Portnoy, who's just acclaimed himself as a celebrity. He's just rich. I'm impressed with the sidelines at Madison Square Garden, and I love that energy. First off, Timothy Chalamet is coming off one of the greatest runs of 5 films in a row I've ever seen, so don't disrespect my man, Timmy Chalamet. Also, he's dating a Jenner now, so you watch your mouth.
Shout out to Ben Stiller and Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, which are legends on the court.
I mean, Timothy Chalamet literally turned down the Met Gala to go to the Knicks game. If anybody deserves the praise to be a Knicks fan, it's him.
Yeah, because actually, I'm glad you brought it up. I've gone off recently about a lot of things that I think are really stupid. I talk Coachella, I talk Kentucky Derby. The Met Gala, this might be one of the most insufferable events in existence. So I actually give anyone credit for turning that down to go to a sporting event. I don't know what it is. Everyone shows up looking like a complete moron. I don't know. It seems like the most insufferable group of people ever.
And their message is always like eat the rich and tax the rich and all this stuff. And yet, like, the ticket, I think, is like $200,000 to get in.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, but they're raising money for charity.
what do they do there though? Like I see like the red carpet and they
Yeah.
take pictures. and
Really
stuff.
good drugs.
And then what? Yeah. And then once they take all the pictures are being done taken, do they go inside?
Yeah,
and
they have
do what?
they have like hors d'oeuvres, and then they go to dinner.
A hors d'oeuvres.
And then, yeah, they have a good time. And they raise money for charity. Now the charity is for, unfortunately, like the costume departments of Hollywood. So it doesn't actually go to like a meaningful charity, but they do raise a shit ton of money for people who make costumes.
For the actors that keep their jobs.
And to be perfectly honest, I quite enjoy seeing the nice outfits. I think they're always fun, and occasionally you'll get a really hot celebrity woman who just shows up naked, and it's a good chance to see some tits that you weren't expecting to see.
Yeah. We do like that. So
I feel like
Not
I
mad about
flipped
it.
you on both
Not
things.
mad about it.
I still don't get it. I thought it was like a fashion show, but people are wearing the most absurd clothing ever. It's like, yeah, this is fashion. I'm like, that's fashion? I don't know. I'm out of the loop.
Well, once you get to that a level of money, like the boredom just sets in your life. So you need to do something to get a little bit of a thrill. They have access to all the drugs they want, all the food they want, all the sex they want, anything they want in life. They're like, all right, I got to put on clothes. I am going to wear a hen's skin to the Met Gala.
Got to spice it up a little bit. Spice
Yeah.
up your life.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, good for Timmy for going to the ball game over the Met Gala. But
So I flipped you on both.
that's where we're at. The Knicks have a commanding lead, and I think we all expect them to take down the Sixers.
Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5. All right, let's go out west. Drew, your Minnesota Timberwolves, they're tied
Yes.
a game apiece with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yes.
Spurs are still a big favorite. They're minus 300 to win the series. Where are we at? How
We
feeling?
want in-depth breakdown here too.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about Minnesota sports in general later on, but of
course.
I've been a little traumatized by being a Minnesota sports fan my entire life. Going into, I feel like the Timberwolves are like the one sports franchise that has kind of overachieved in the playoffs compared to the Vikings, especially my only other big team I care about. But yeah, so they're playing well right now. It sucks that Dante DiVincenzo's out for the season. I'm shocked that Ant came back so quickly. I'm happy about they came back quickly. Hopefully he doesn't re-injure himself, though, in these playoffs. But, yeah, the Spurs and the Thunder are, I think, the two juggernauts of the NBA right now, and I think it's between those two teams. I'm cautiously optimistic that my T-Wolves can hang with the Spurs, maybe bring it to 6 games, if not even 7. Yeah, hopefully Ant can stay healthy and we ball out and shock the world again and make it to our 3rd straight conference finals.
Yeah, I think, I was watching the game, and obviously Edwards isn't getting as much playing time as we're used to, so it's a little weird watching when he's not out there. He doesn't seem to be as explosive, and it feels like he's playing a little tentative. I will say Gobert's playing well, but it's crazy seeing him up against Wembanyama because
Big brother
there was
versus little brother.
almost every single possession I saw the Minnesota Timberwolves have last game, it seemed like Wembanyama was affecting their decision making. I mean, you could see the guys like beat their guy off the dribble, take one step in the lane, and just see Wembanyama's just fucking arms there, and they just kind of panicked, threw it out, got a bad contested 3. I think Wembanyama's defense just is something the league hasn't seen since fucking Bowl.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm sure the team, Wembanyama got 12 blocks in game 1, so I'm sure the team changed their tactics for game 2 and didn't want to go get 12 more blocks.
Not
for
in a good way,
Wembanyama.
though. Like, I felt like they were playing very tentative. They weren't playing T-Wolves basketball until Edwards is, like, playing free. I don't know if you guys have a shot. And it's unfortunate to see because, of course, I bet the Timberwolves last game, and I also bet the 76ers last game. I am on an all-time bad run once again.
Fade Trent in all of
Yeah.
his bets.
No, watching Wemby is insane. Like he's kind of like basketball Shohei Ohtani because I feel like if he were as good as he is defensively, but just added no value on offense, he'd still be a hell of a player. And I kind of feel that way on both sides. Like on each side of the ball, he's just an absolute terror. He's gonna be a tough matchup, but I mean, Gobert is one of the better guys you could pair up against him. So I don't think the Timberwolves are even close to done here. They just kind of they just like to fight come playoff time. You know, they're just always in it. So scrappy. I mean, guys you never even heard of are stepping up. Like, who was the guy? Who was a Stewart? Who was the guy who took over?
Shannon Jr., our point guard.
Shannon. Yeah, it was
Terrence Shannon Jr. Yeah, he played.
Shannon
balled out
taking
like
over.
20-some points game 1, I believe.
Io DeSumo.
Who's the backup power
Yeah,
forward?
well, he's been injured. He balled out the last series. He scored like 40 points against the Nuggets in one game to help us win. After that was the same game that Dante DiVincenzo got hurt. And
You're welcome, Drew.
Oh yeah, thanks. For
I was thinking that.
Chicago Bulls. Thank you, sir, for that. Yeah. DeSumo's balled out that game, but then he got hurt like a game or two later.
Yeah.
And so he's been out. He played last game, but didn't score a point. I don't believe. He was out game 1 and didn't score a point in game 2. So hopefully he'll be back healthy. He has like calf tightness or soreness or something. So he's been out, and so hopefully he'll get back to full strength hopefully soon. And we need more the more firepower, the better for the Timberwolves right now. We need as much as we can.
You know what I feel like is the big X factor is Naz Reid, man.
Ooh, I like
I
that.
feel like when
former
he's
Sixth Man of the Year.
when he's hot, he just adds that extra 12 points that you need in a game that really just flips it over the edge. He
Very
plays
true.
balls to the wall defense. When he can hit those open threes that he gets, it's something to watch. So I think if Naz Reid plays well, Edwards just plays a little bit more minutes, I think Minnesota can at least make this a competitive series. But I am fucking surprised with all these little fucking guards for San Antonio that I don't know their names. Every time they fucking shoot a 3, it just goes right into the back of the rim. And it is the most frustrating thing to watch when you're betting for Minnesota. And these no-namers that really shouldn't even be in the playoffs except for they have like an 8-foot monster from France. It's really annoying to watch.
Yeah, it's crazy. One thing after the game that kind of annoyed me, this was a story for some reason. Everyone was like, oh, did you hear that Greg Popovich apparently came down, like talked to the team about play style going to game 2? Everyone's like, that's crazy. Isn't this nuts? I'm like, no, not really. He's the team president now. He was the coach for 28 years, and he was the coach as recently as a year and a half ago. It's like, oh my God, no way. Like the team president like offered some advice on, and they made adjustments. Why is that a story? Is it just because people love Popovich so much?
I think Popovich reminds me, he's the NBA version of Pete Carroll, where it's like their egos just, like they used to be known as the nice guy, kind of funny coach. And then as they got older and older, they just started to try to control everything. And then it really just blew up in their faces. I think it's fucking ridiculous that he's talking to the team. He should keep his fat ass up in the fucking press box. He wasn't a fucking good coach. That's why he had to leave. Now he's the president. He gets lucky with a first-round pick like Wembanyama. I am so fucking sick of these ex-coaches thinking that they have the right to supersede the current head coach. Keep your Popovich ass on the fucking bench. You're not the Team USA coach anymore. In fact, you're one of the uglier human beings I've ever seen as well. He needs to stay his ass in the stands. I completely disagree with you on that.
Wow. Yeah.
Hot take.
That is a hot one. And then, yeah, Drew, we don't like to look ahead on this program, but let's just look ahead.
Why
So
not?
I think the Timberwolves can definitely win this series. If they match up with Oklahoma City like they did last year, could it be different this time around? Because it was tough. It was a quick 4-gamer last time around.
I believe it was 5 games.
It's a quick 5-gamer last
Yeah,
time.
4 or 5, still quick. But yeah, I don't know. Again, as a Minnesota sports fan, playoffs, I'm very cautiously optimistic. I don't have high hopes. Keep expectations low. You can't get disappointed. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna beat the Spurs, and then the Oklahoma City Thunder is also a great team, and we pretty much the same team, same players as last season. I feel like on both sides, and we don't have Dante DiVincenzo anymore. Actually, we got DeSumo though. But yeah, I think they have the same team, and they have a couple of good bench players that are even better than their team is deep. OKC's deep. We're deep too, but just their players are a little bit better than ours, I believe, and they have the MVP, SGA. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have high hopes on my team making it past this round, if not the conference finals. Because again, San Antonio and Thunder, I believe, are the 2 best teams in the NBA right now.
Drew, top 3 celebrity fans for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ooh.
Does A-Rod count?
Yeah.
All right, because he's the owner. He's sits sidelined every game now. Prince back in the day, rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Who else for the Minnesota?
So one guy who's forced to be a fan because he owns it.
Right.
One guy who's dead. And then who's your third?
What about Marshall from How I Met Your Mother? He's a big Vikings guy.
Actually, Duhamel, Jeffrey Duhamel, not Josh
Josh Dumel.
Dumel. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a big Vikings guy. I know. I think he's from Minnesota too. That guy. I don't see him at Timberwolves games though. I seen Lizzo. Cause Lizzo had that song about new man on the Minnesota Vikings and stuff. And so when that song first came out, she was seen sideline of a Timberwolves game, and that was back when Cat was still playing for the team, and people were thinking, "Oh, is that a new man on the Minnesota Timberwolves?" And then thought Lizzo and Cat were dating or something.
With all due respect, I can't talk about Lizzo. She is one of the most reprehensible human beings I've ever seen in my life.
All right,
She sat there for 5 fucking years and convinced us that fat people were hot, and then she went on Ozempic and lost weight. What the fuck is that? So now what? Now is she ugly because she's a little bit skinnier? Also, she made fun of all of her fat backup dancers and made them do horrendous things. And I think her fat ass should be locked up in jail.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought
when
Lizzo up. Thank you.
I remember when that song came out.
for you.
I
I've
was
been waiting on that
We
for
got to figure out who
50
this is on the
episodes.
Vikings.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's because you kind of think it's probably made up, but athletes will do some crazy shit, you know?
It was Stephon Diggs.
Well, there was a clip of him years being interviewed in the Vikings locker room. It was kind of a funny type of interview, and it's like, hey, Lizzo's got this new song, "New Man on the Vikings." He's like, I'm looking into it. I'm doing some research. I'm trying to figure out.
That's what Diggs
I'm
said.
poking around. Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. I mean,
Nice.
maybe that's a diversion tactic.
What about Jeffree Star when he went on the interview with Taylor Lewan and said that a couple NFL players hit him up in his DMs?
I
Wasn't
believe
there
it.
a picture of him or with a player in the background?
Who was the player?
I don't know. I think that's the whole thing. Everyone's trying to figure it out.
I don't know, but you think about it, right? I mean, if you have a group of 100 guys, I mean, statistically, one of them's got to be gay. And then the NFL has, 1,000 guys in it. There's at least 10 gay guys.
And these athletes, they have access to everything normal. It's kind of like the Met Gala wearing crazy clothes thing. It's just like,
Go on, Andy. Please continue to elaborate on that.
they just
I want to hear what you have to say.
You really, I guess the same rule goes for podcasters, too. I guess you really like talking about this Met Gala.
geez.
But I don't know why we're talking about gay NFL players. I will say one of my favorite stories of my very, very short stint in the CFL was I was in Montreal Alouettes camp, and we were doing our health thing. What do they call them? Checkup? What yearly?
Physical?
Yeah, physical.
you go.
So we were doing our physical. We were going to the team doctor. It was kind of annoying. You had to wait and shit. And no one knew this, but we're all sitting there, and we're all waiting to go to the next doctor. And sits right down next to me is fucking Michael Sam. Right after he got dumped from the NFL, he got signed by the Alouettes. And I'll tell you what, he was gayer than I thought. He ended up being such a fucking pussy. He didn't talk to anyone. He acted first off, no one was mean to him because he was gay. He was just an asshole. And he gets out to practice, the first practice. I'll never forget. I was watching because I was on the sidelines, and they're doing one-on-one drills, and he gets fucking just beat one-on-one. He threw a tantrum. He takes off his helmet and just throws it across the field and just started pouting and walking around. I was like, that's the gayest thing I've ever seen on a football field. It has nothing to do with sexual orientation. So
Yeah.
my point being, Michael Sam, congratulations on being the first ever failed CFL gay player.
This is some hard-hitting NBA coverage.
yeah. All
We're
right.
all over the place.
And lastly for Drew,
yes.
I think we'd all agree that the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're close. Even if this may not be their year to win a championship, they're knocking on the door.
I agree.
They might be a piece or two away. What do you think could get them to that next level where they're, competing for championships?
That's a great question. Obviously, Ant's one of the faces of the league, one of the best players in the league, so we got a great shooting guard. Gobert's a good center. I didn't like how we got him, the trade that cost us a lot of value to get him, but he's a great defensive player, a stalwart in the back. Julius Randle, I don't mind him that much either. Jaden McDaniels, Jaden Daniels,
McDaniels. Daniels the quarterback. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, Jaden McDaniels. If he can like step it up another level and like be like the number 2 to Ant's 1 and like scoring as well, like that'd be amazing for us. And I like the Sumo. Maybe another year with him on the team, get him acclimated to the roster more. Hopefully, I'm not sure if we have him in for another year, if he's a free agent after this year. Hopefully, we can re-sign him. But he's a great pickup as well. Good offensive spark for us as well. And like I said, our defense is one of the best defenses in the league, I feel like. And if our offense can just be more consistent, and I think we got a chance. Yeah.
So it seems like it's just stay the course, let the guys improve, and
Yeah.
just take your shots.
I
And
can
then,
answer that question. They're never going to win the East, let alone the NBA Finals. So.
West.
right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but they could win the
Definitely will not
They
win
could
the
win the
East.
NBA Finals and never win the East. I mean,
during COVID, the NHL. Fuck you guys.
I mean, you're not wrong to think that Minnesota could possibly be in the Eastern Conference.
well, there actually is talk that if
Well, thank
Vegas,
you for giving your first opinion on the NBA, Andrew.
well, if they expand to Vegas and Seattle, the talk is that Minnesota would be probably the favorite. Minnesota or Memphis would go to the
to the
East,
East.
which I
the
think.
West.
Memphis should go to the WNBA.
I mean, all the players hate playing there, so I don't know. It is kind of strange.
You hear
Everyone hates
LeBron talking
living there,
about
too.
playing in Memphis?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking hates it.
But honestly, though, that was super. This is when athletes become super unrelatable because they're all like, dude, I don't even care about the city. Like, the hotel just sucks. Like, the beds are uncomfortable. It's awful. Someone made a video touring the hotel. It's like, it was fine. It still looks like the nicest hotel any of us have ever seen in our lives. The players are like, oh my. It's like how they were just carrying on about how being in the NBA bubble was the worst experience ever. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe my job that pays me $35 million a year is putting me up in a Disney resort. It's like, my life sucks.
They should spend one night at our Airbnb in Austin and then see if they complain.
Yeah, we'll put them in that middle room, though.
The
hot
one with
room.
no air conditioning.
That's how they were describing the bubble. Like,
Can we just talk about how Airbnbs, too, just have the worst pillows? It's like, what is their pillow budget? Every time I go to an Airbnb now, the pillow is about this thick, or it's this thick, but as soon as you put your head on it, it's this thick. I am so fucking sick of these pillows. It's like the one thing, the bed could be a little bit uncomfortable, but as long as there's a decent pillow, I can sleep well. Airbnbs, my head is just like this, dude. I fucking hate Airbnb. You know what, Airbnb? In fact, if you're watching this, not only am I never going to stay in an Airbnb again, I'm going to make it my mission to get you guys shut down from every fucking city in the globe. You guys are pieces of shit. The toilet paper has turned from double ply to single ply. There's no soap anymore. The shampoo is literally just that pink soap from fucking high school. You guys suck. I hate all of your owners. And you ruined it when you let them have cameras in all the bathrooms.
yeah. It's crazy that they cheap out on the simplest things, too. It's like, pillows are not actually that expensive. I've never seen one with a memory foam pillow, but you can just make these one-time purchases that make the entire place nicer. Like, they cheap out on the most absurd things.
Their customer service is awful too, dude.
God
like
awful.
I had
Not
to
great.
I was trying to get a refund for a place that I stayed at, and they're just like, basically they said that there was construction going on the outside of the Airbnb that I was at, and then I go inside and there's just no blinds up and there's just nails sticking out from like every single window, like right next to my head. And I'm like, hey, they said that the construction was on the outside, and then there's nothing about the pictures like with the construction. And the lady was like, well, actually, if you look in the 15th picture they have, you can see that there's one single wood plank on the window. So that's proof enough that there was construction. I was like, no, that's fair. Honestly, that's on me. I should have
Unbelievable.
noticed that.
Damn.
Scumbags, dude. $1 billion company, too. $1 billion company. One of those service companies that actually doesn't provide a service, too, but yet somehow siphons billions of dollars. It's like Uber, man. They don't even own the cars. Yet they're the ones making $1 billion. If we cut out the middleman,
Oh, my God.
us people could have more power.
Yeah, they're really not doing anything the more you think of it. So, pretty crazy all around. Spurs and T-Wolves tied a game apiece. Game 3's Friday night. We're all very fired up for the rest of this series.
Hell yeah.
All right, next up, back to the East. The Pistons lead the Cavaliers 2-0. The series is going back to Cleveland. Detroit's a big favorite now, minus 375 to win the series. The Cavs have a shot here. The Cavs going to come back in this one.
No, James Harden is done. This guy is turning into one of the saddest humans I've ever seen play in the NBA. His turnover late in the game, where he was just dribbling back and forth trying to do his crossover, he is not just a step slower now. He is 3 steps slower. And honestly, James Harden, after this season, just needs to hang it up. he is one of the most insufferable quote-unquote superstars I've ever seen in the last 10 years. He's done. Every team he goes on, he makes them worse.
He definitely does. I've never liked the guy because the body language is terrible. He's seemingly unhappy all the time, even though he's always playing for good teams. And there's always going to be a moment, especially when the stakes get higher, where he just lets you down in the playoffs. Like, he had a few bad games in the Toronto series. Stakes are a little bit higher now against Detroit. I mean, he was a no-show in Game 2. Between him and Evan Mobley, I mean, 1 rebound, it's like, if you're Evan Mobley, they just need you to do big guy stuff. Like, maybe you're never going to be a big scorer, but you need to block shots and get boards. 1 rebound, they're playing scared. I still think the Cavs will probably win their games in Cleveland. Like, in the first round, the home team won every game. But I think Detroit's got a commanding lead, and I think they're ultimately going to pull this one out. I still think it'll be a long series. Detroit in 6 or 7.
Cade Cunningham, man, he's turning into quite the superstar.
He's a beast. And I'm trying to actually agree with you on that take about James Harden. Like, yeah, he could be called playoff J, like playoff P in Paul George. They're both in the same book for me. Like, they both are underachievers in the playoffs. At least, well, when Paul George was with the Pacers, I liked him then. He played well there.
Oh, yeah.
But since he coined his own, gave himself his own nickname, Playoff P, he's been terrible. And James Harden's always been terrible his whole career in the playoffs, choking in the playoffs. And now he's just, like you said, he's older as well now. And but yeah, and then also with Evan Mobley, he lost me money on a bet yesterday with his 1 rebound.
Yeah.
I had his
One rebound?
Yes, his over under was like 7.5 or 8.5, and he got 1, not even close. So
Like, how can you not just fall into one? Think about how easy
exactly.
the amount of times the ball ends up nowhere even near the basket. It's
Where
like
was his
the ball just
position?
lands in your hands.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I think James Harden is just still playing basketball to fund his strip club addiction.
Well, that's another thing. It's like, these guys off the court, they're free to do whatever they want. They probably all love the strip club. But the fact that we know about it, it's like, what does that say about the guy?
He's going to different teams so he can explore like different strip clubs.
Yeah, it's just hard to look at this guy and be like, wow, he's taking his conditioning and NBA career as seriously as possible. I'm sure they all love the strip club, but that shouldn't be public knowledge.
Yeah, but also, if you're just playing that strip club simile, it makes sense that he would end his career in one of the worst cities to finish out his basketball career. It's the same thing with the strippers who go from Houston and then they end up in a Cleveland strip club. They're not playing the best ball of their life either.
The strip
and,
pipeline.
And at least they're matching the same level in their careers at the same time. So maybe Harden doesn't even notice how ugly these strippers are in Cleveland.
Wow.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so
Invite him to Tampa.
Game 3 is Saturday, but
Yeah, Tampa. Oh, you want to see nipples and you want to have a drink? Unfortunately, that's not going to work. If you want a drink, you can go to the one where they're wearing Band-Aids on their tits. If you don't want to drink, it's fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah.
What a horrible law.
yeah, it is kind of crazy.
It's like, wait, you have tan nipples? Oh, no, those are those Band-Aids?
But I couldn't believe the Harden trade when they made it, because for a while they had a kind of a issue with Darius Garland. It felt like he didn't really fit with Donovan Mitchell. But I don't know why. I just expected they would get something more back than James Harden. Just because Garland is so much younger than him, I don't know. I would have stayed the course with that and maybe moved one of the bigs. Because now, you trade for an old James Harden, that's kind of like a last act. Like, I don't know how long he's under contract with them, but they're going to bring him back for another year, 2 years? Like, that seems like your last move you make before you just blow everything up.
I mean, I think Cavs are... I think Spida is also on his way out. I mean, I know he had kind of an ascension to the top of the league. I don't think he's a guy that can carry a team that far, to be honest with you. And watching him in this playoffs just kind of proves that. The fact that he even let James Harden have the ball at the end of the game there speaks volumes on him. The Cavs, they just don't have it, man. Mobley is a dud. Mitchell's a dud. Harden's a dud. And honestly, Detroit's a dud too, but they're going to run through these Cavaliers.
Yeah, it is crazy. I think it's like with Donovan Mitchell, we love to say, like, anyone pretty good, we're like, they're top 10. They could be the best player on a championship team. Like, probably the list of guys who can actually be the best player on a championship team, it's probably like 5 or 6 guys, maybe even less. Like, a really, really, like, he's probably an elite number 2 more than a number 1. But
Is LeBron still a number 1?
I would have said no, but he kind of looked like, I don't know.
I mean, he's the best player on the team right now, but he can't carry him to a championship. Like, without Luka, they're not.
They're not.
They're losing this round.
But
so
honestly, if you put the Lakers in the East, I feel like they would have a shot to win the East
Yeah.
this time around.
Well,
There's such
you
a
got
disparity.
Minnesota in the East. I mean, it's not hard to beat.
No, exactly.
They are geographically located east. so
Geography.
I got there eventually. It took me a second. I landed the plane.
Well,
I laid the plate.
that leads
Speaking
us.
of landing planes,
Yeah.
Iran. No,
Hey.
that
you don't
leads
have
us.
to land the plane to carpet bomb.
yeah.
That's true. That's
We've
true.
renamed it to the Strait of Melania. Okay, go ahead.
All right, we talked about LeBron. The Thunder lead the Lakers 2-0. OKC, huge favorite to win this series. They're a big favorite going in. They're now minus 5,000 to close this thing out. Lakers players were not happy with the officiating after Game 2, huddling around the refs. Austin Reeves was in the middle of it. Kind of looked like they were going to jump the refs. The Thunder, in turn, were laughing at them. I mean, what do we make of all this?
Too many white guys on LA. I've said it all season long. Austin Reeves, his haircut is just. There's no way you're carrying a team with that fucking haircut. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but we haven't seen a player have that haircut since Pete Maravich, and I think comparing Austin Reeves to Pete Maravich is embarrassing.
Yeah,
That's my take.
yeah, it's tough. I was hoping that because it was a good game in Game 2. I was hoping the Lakers could maybe steal one of the games in Oklahoma City, make it interesting. It seems like the fact that they had to circle around the refs and make it look like they were going to jump them, it kind of seems like they've just mailed it in. Like they're convinced that they have no shot with the way this is being officiated.
Andrew, what do you think about that fucking Lakers?
I don't really care.
What do you think about LeBron's?
Do you think
World
though, like,
views.
just curious, like, all right, so I'm going on a sports podcast, someone asks you about the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just think probably the best thing for entertainment is just I don't care?
Pass.
Okay, great.
I'll give you a little something. So, yeah, I watched the game yesterday, and, I mean, arguing about the refs, complaining about the refs after the game is not a good look for any team that loses. It's just kind of crybaby, kind of same as your Celtics and Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
after last series. But I watched part of the game yesterday, and there were some terrible calls. I remember one where LeBron was dribbling, gathered the ball, then got contact, and then threw up a shot, and they called it no shot on the ground.
That was
and
crazy.
That was a terrible
Compared
call.
to some of the things that are called continuation.
Exactly. That clearly should have been continuation because he had the ball and it was going up for a shot, got bumped, and yeah. So there's some bad calls. Refs make bad calls. Refs are human, but again, like complaining about it after the game is not a good look and is not helping anything. But I guess in the playoffs, like Phil Jackson way back in the day would always complain, like in the post-game press conference, trying to get calls for the next game. So maybe there's planting seeds, hoping to get some calls for the next game, I guess. But
That's what I was gonna say, but I couldn't really articulate it.
It's
so.
weird because in every sport, teams and players, they love to complain about the officiating. It's like, oh my God, it's not unique to basketball. It's not unique to the Lakers. Everyone does it. It's just funny how unified it is throughout the league. Like everyone is complaining nonstop about these Oklahoma City Thunder and how they're being officiated. And
yeah.
I'm a proponent that everything is fixed and, the league has their hands all over it, but they're not rigging things for Oklahoma City. Like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's not that marketable of a star. He's a non-problematic star, but it would be much better for the league if LA moved on. So
or he wasn't Canadian.
it's not like they have an agenda where, we need Oklahoma going on a long run every year, but it is just, I don't know where it is. I mean, the league is just unified. They cannot stand how these Thunder are officiated.
Honestly, after watching Shai Gilgeous for the entire season, I understand at least where the head was at for the Oklahoma City Bomber because it is the most boring fucking games to watch. I would blow that city up as well.
Okay.
Shout
Crazy.
out Eric Thomas or whatever his name was.
That happened 2 days after I was born.
Don't think that's
Yeah?
Kind of random. And now
awesome.
people can look me up, but no one's listening, so it's fine.
go find out who you are.
All right, so Thunder up 2-0. We all think they're probably going to close this one out, but we're here for it. We're here for it. Game 3 is on Saturday night. All right, that's it for our NBA discussion. Yeah, we can't wait for it. It's going to be a good stretch run.
Bring
All
back
right.
David Stern.
What up?
Bring back David Stern.
Yeah. We don't have the technology yet, but we'll see.
We doing any predictions? Who's gonna be in the finals? Who's gonna win it all? Are we doing that this?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
We absolutely should.
Yeah. All right, I'll go first. Like I said, it's gonna either be San Antonio or the Thunder.
Not either. Give us your prediction.
Okay, I think the Spurs are too young of a team. You know, kind of like how like Michael Jordan back in the day, like he had to take a couple of years growing into the playoffs and like taking his whoopings ahead of time. And I don't think the Spurs are ready yet. Thunder are like the defending champs. They've been there before. They know what it takes. Their team's deep. Their team's solid. I think Thunder are gonna repeat. I don't even talk about the East. I'd probably say Pistons out of the East.
Oh,
Pistons, Thunder finals. Thunder in 5.
you know, if the Pistons and Thunder played, the total population of cities of people would be like 700,000 people combined in those cities. So that would be a really, really good finals for the NBA. I think there'd be record viewership.
The
I hear
celebrity lineups on the side of those
Cade
games would
Cunningham
be great.
versus SGA. Wow, put that on a poster.
Eminem will be there. Detroit.
Yeah, yeah,
They got some celebrity fans.
yeah.
I don't know about OKC. What does OKC got? Anybody?
Just
Joel Osteen.
just rich oil people.
Okay.
The
Or we don't know their
Unabomber.
names, but just
Yeah, the Unabomber.
all right, Andrew. Who we got?
I'm gonna go with OKC versus the Knicks and OKC in 6.
Nice. You know what? I wish I stuck to my original prediction, which we didn't make in the preseason. We made them in like mid-February, sitting in this exact seat. I picked the San Antonio Spurs over the Detroit Pistons. I then switched it up because I got excited about the Celtics. I said they were going to win it all. They lost to playoff P, but I'm going back to my prediction from the beginning of the season, which was actually the middle of the season. Spurs over the Pistons. But what I think will actually happen is probably OKC beats the Knicks in 5 games.
Okay.
So you switched up your prediction 3 times.
I'm just planting different seeds. You know, it's like one of them's going to
One of
grow
them's gotta
into
be
a
right.
beautiful apple tree.
He's clip farming, and no, it's clip farming. Anyway, I have the Knicks beating the Spurs in 7 games in the NBA championship.
Wow.
Yeah,
Be pretty box office.
that would be unbelievable.
Yeah,
The Knicks winning it, yeah.
Hello.
very impressive. I like that. All right, good predictions there. I feel like we've had a muzzle on Andrew this whole show. Like we got to get this guy out of his shell. Let's do Andrew. We're still in the NBA.
Andrew, we're talking nicotine pouches. What is your favorite nicotine pouch if you were still on nicotine?
Pass.
All right, since you don't want to talk about that, do you want to fix the Chicago Bulls in 30 seconds? What has to happen?
Bring back Alex Caruso.
No, dude, you got to get rid of. Well, I don't even remember what his name is. The owner,
Oh, Jerry Reinsdorf.
Jerry Reinsdorf. Yeah, I almost said Steinbrenner for some reason.
Oh, you wish.
Yeah, Jerry Reinsdorf. He has ran the Bulls and the White Sox into the ground, and without like good ownership, the Bulls are never going to be good again. They've retired Derrick Rose's number jersey, Derrick Rose night, like 15 times. Talk about like they just love living in the past. So until they stop doing that, they're never going to be a good team again. Like I used to watch the NBA, like back when Derrick Rose first came into the league, because it was actually like fun to watch the Bulls be good. But I'm a very casual fan. I'm not going to watch unless it's my team. So, but back when Derrick Rose was at his peak for the 2 years he was, like I watched every single series. Like the Bulls Celtics playoff games, those were some
Yeah,
really good
2009
games, dude.
first
Yeah.
round.
Good old Kirk Heinrich.
What a time.
Yeah. So, my fix is sell the team.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a tough one, and I think that might have been longer than 30 seconds. But
At least
yeah,
we have
tough
like,
times for the Bulls.
But we do have like 15 second-round picks, so like
Well,
we're gonna be.
draft lottery Sunday. You know,
So
draft
good.
lottery Sunday, and the Bulls. I don't know.
We could get the first overall pick.
You just never know.
There's a lot of solid players coming out of college right now. Like at least 5 or 6 that are like high quality
Look
scorers.
at Boozer's kid. Boozer was a
Yeah.
Chicago Bull. You know,
He
Yeah.
was, yeah.
I get people fired up. So yeah, we don't know what to do with the Bulls. All right. True. What about a Minnesota sports state of the union? We talk T-Wolves a lot, but what about these crazy
Yes.
Vikings? I heard they got a new wide receiver in the building. Kyler Murray's in the building. Like, where are we at with the Vikes?
Yeah, it's all about quarterback play. So yeah, I'm not too optimistic. Like I said, I'm a Minnesota fan. Never optimistic anymore. I've learned from past mistakes. JJ McCarthy. He hasn't shown me much so far. Can't be on the field. The best ability is availability, and he hasn't really been available this past season. The last 2 seasons, like his rookie season, he didn't play at all. And then this past season was his first season playing, and he didn't play very much. He was hurt a lot. Kyler Murray, he was great to start his career, but he's kind of been injury prone as well, and didn't really play that much in Arizona lately. And so, I don't know. But Kevin O'Connell, and Kevin we trust. Hopefully he can be a quarterback whisperer like he was to Kirk back in the day. And even like, I think Case Keenum, I believe.
He had a big year.
Yeah, and that was under Kevin O'Connell.
Darnold. Like he's
taking
some regular
Darnold, Daniel
of
Jones.
Of course. He didn't. Daniel
Jones went on to Indianapolis and started playing super well.
True. Yeah. Yes. But with the Vikings, Sam Darnold. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So Kevin O'Connell. I don't know. We'll see. Well, again, low expectations. I've learned from past mistakes that if I get too high, I'll get destroyed and crushed and be crying in a fetal position for months after the playoff losses. So.
Drew, I got a fun game for you. So I want you to, we're talking Minnesota quarterbacks here. JJ McCarthy and the even shorter guy that you now have, Kyler Murray. I want you to give me a zoo animal comparison of each of them, please.
Interesting question. Let's see.
We'll start with JJ McCarthy.
Let's go with a giraffe. He's fragile. His legs look a little wobbly. He could, and like I remember like before last season, like his throwing motion. They talked about his legs were being too far apart when he throws and stuff. So like that was like a problem with his accuracy and things like that. So we'll go giraffe with
baby
JJ
or
McCarthy.
adult.
Baby
giraffe.
Still working on how to control his legs.
That's awesome.
Exactly. We'll go with that.
And Kyler Murray.
An armadillo.
Ooh.
Short, stocky, running around, like a little bowling ball. He can be he's been known like use his legs a lot and can he uses his legs more than his arms a lot of times, and hopefully he'll build a bond with Justin Jefferson, and who knows what our season will bring.
I got one for Kyler Murray.
What do you got?
That one kid that is on like the backpack leash that the moms just can't control that's running around like crazy.
The animal at the zoo. He's the animal at the zoo. Walking around the zoo. Nice.
That's hilarious. I think those are great comparisons. I kind of get the sense you just wanted to have one of them be the giraffe, and you can't have Kyler Murray be the giraffe. So it's like, all right, yeah,
you saw
JJ
right through it,
the
bro.
giraffe.
You saw right through it.
I like it. I think it's an interesting quarterback room because they're kind of polar opposites. It's like Kyler Murray, uber talented, but you're like, does this guy care? JJ McCarthy cares. I just don't know if he's all that talented. But I don't know. Do you want to see JJ McCarthy put out more or less backflipping into ice bath videos?
A lot less. Zero, actually. I want him to focus on football and learning the playbook and being more accurate and controlling his legs and having a good base when he's throwing the football and being more accurate when he throws it to JJ. And our new weapon. Who's our new weapon? The receiver?
Juwan Jennings from the 49ers.
Oh, yeah. That was like he signed like 2 days ago or something.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good player. Very productive. He's
like
known
it.
for being kind of a shithead, but it's wide receivers typically are. He was the guy who he got in a little spat with, I can't remember if it was the Broncos, the Browns, and the defensive tackle after. He was like, what this guy said on the field, man, I can't even repeat it. He's a hoe, and I want that known. Okay?
I remember that.
Which is one of the best sound bites of the last few years. And I kind of took his word for it. Like, this guy must really suck. It was Shelby Harris. Seems like a pretty mild-mannered D tackle. It's like he had him shook in the postgame. So
I feel like Juwan Jennings' personality might be like KG, Kevin Garnett. Like they always like say wild shit or stuff to other people on the field and stuff, and like the people like look at them funny and like this man's crazy.
I think KG at heart is like a nice guy, but on the court he's just a menace to
Split
society.
personalities. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, we're excited to see it, and you got the Wild now on the way to the conference finals. I mean, this has to be one of the more exciting time periods for Minnesota sports.
Yeah, I love hockey. I don't, but I'm happy for the team. Actually, yeah. Well, I don't want to age myself, but like when I was growing up in Minnesota, we actually had the Minnesota North Stars that are now the Dallas Stars.
Mike Modano.
Exactly. Yep. So me growing up, I was a Minnesota North Stars fan, if anything, and I left Minnesota before the Wild even came to be. But whenever any team says Minnesota, I'll cheer for them. So I'm happy for the Wild. Go Wild. Hopefully we can win. Go further than further.
Who's your favorite player on the Wild, Drew?
Kirill Kaprizov. I believe I said that name right. I guess the one guy I do know on the,
Wait,
on
Capri
the
Sun?
Wild.
Those are so good. Those are delicious. Like,
Yes, they are too.
haven't had one of those in
Nailed
years.
it.
Yeah.
Not Quinn Hughes.
Oh yeah, Quinn Hughes too.
Oh, yeah,
Well, no, Kirill Kaprizov is like one of the better players. Like, I think they're the two of the top players on the
Quinn
Wild.
Hughes is the best defenseman in the league.
Hey, look up Kirill Kaprizov. He's good too.
One more time. Can you say it for me?
No.
Okay.
There you go. So exciting times in Minnesota sports. All right, next up, we got to hit. It's the recurring segment. It's the Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini segment. The developments keep on dripping out. We got more. The most recent this past week, we got photos of Mike Vrabel and a very pregnant Diana Rossini getting on a private boat together. It is just, we get a new photo or two every week. And the big development is that on Kalshi, the odds for Mike Vrabel to be the Patriots head coach come week 1 of the season down to 61%. So the general public feels like there's a real chance that Vrabel is not the Patriots coach this upcoming season. Wow. What's going on here?
Well, I have a even funnier prediction is I don't think he's going to be his children's dad at the start of the season. It doesn't seem like it's not looking good for the Vrabel family in whole. Sounds like the wife is going to be changing her last name back to her maiden name, and the kids are going to take it. Mike Vrabel just lost his entire offspring by this move, and I am sickened at the sheer assholeness of Mike Vrabel. And it makes a lot of sense because everyone that I've ever met from Boston is just a piece of absolute garbage. And the fact that you're from Boston, Vrabel's from Boston, Portnoy's from Boston, it all kind of fits in the same bubble of just, I am an asshole.
Yeah. I really never thought it would come to this, but I think Mike Vrabel needs to step down from his original family to spend more time on this Pats job. Because at this point, it's over. Like, it is over. It seems like the kid that Diana Rossini had, Mike, may very well be Vrabel's kid. This thing is messy. This is not just an affair. He basically was living a double life for at least 6 years. It's, you know what? He's a shitty guy. He's got a lot of family stuff to clean up. I don't think it could be cleaned up. Like, the soon-to-be ex-wife will probably hate his guts forever. His kids probably think he's a scumbag. But that being said, it shouldn't affect his ability to coach the team this upcoming season. Or, really, I just can't believe that the Patriots would make a move off him. Because it's not like he's going to be disciplined by the league. It's not like he's going to be suspended for this.
Yeah, the Patriots will never get rid of anybody that's cheating, right?
That's what I'm saying. So this would have to come from the Crafts. They would have to make the move themselves. And you'd only do it because it's so much bad press. But to be honest, that's kind of the only thing they know in Patriot land. Like, it's nonstop bad press. It's like Spygate, Deflategate, like, oh, Belichick and the girlfriend, like Kraft getting a rub and tug. It's like, yeah, I'm sure they don't love all of this coming out, but to move off the coach just because we're getting all these undesirable headlines, like, eventually this mess in his personal life will clear up, so he's not going to lose his ability to be a head
Well, he's
coach.
joining an elite milestone of Patriot superstars. Belichick divorced, Brady divorced, Kraft divorced, Vrabel soon to be divorced.
He will be
Diggs
divorced.
acquitted.
He was acquitted. He was acquitted.
Broken up with Cardi B. Shout out Cardi B. Big fan of the pod. Stephon Diggs being acquitted is the biggest malpractice in law history. Stephon Diggs is such a douchebag. If you saw that chef's neck after he strangled, apparently he picked her up by the neck and just held her for 30 seconds. She almost died, but because he's an
Allegedly.
NFL superstar, they let him go. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it was crazy because when Diggs was first accused of this, the Patriots came out immediately and said, we unequivocally stand with Stephon Diggs and we back him 100%, which felt like a really risky move for a team. It's like, wait, we haven't had a trial yet. If you're wrong, that will probably look terrible. Most people will probably forget it ever happened, but it seems like not out of the corporate PR playbook.
I mean, the
from-
Patriots definitely are really good at following that PR handbook.
I
huh?
guess from the start, they could just tell this whole thing was a sham. It sounds like this girl did not have a great showing in court. Like, she was asked yes or no questions by the judge and then just kept diverting, just going on long, spitting out long sentences. It's like, no, I asked yes or no. I mean, the video came out of her dancing allegedly after the attack happened. Now, I don't know how people know this was right after the alleged attack, but it's her just like doing a little TikTok dance, looking happy as can be in the room. I don't know. Stephon Diggs, not guilty. And, I mean, he's now one of the best free agents remaining. There are actually a few good free agents out there.
Isn't it kind of funny, though, that, like, when he was being charged with what was happening, the Patriots were backing him up, but now that he's innocent, the Patriots are like, we want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. I feel like there's somewhat of an outside chance they could maybe try to bring him back, but at less money. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, they just didn't want to pay him. But maybe now that he's not guilty, it's like maybe the time to sign him was before he's ruled not guilty, you know? Maybe now his value is driven back up. It is kind of weird. He had a pretty good season. They signed Romeo Doubs. There's all this smoke that, an A.J. Brown trade is all but done. June 1st is going to happen. The more I hear it, the more I'm skeptical. Like, how... I mean, I get he's become kind of a diva and an issue in Philly, but he's still a really good player. How is no other team in on him? Like, the rest of the league is like, yeah, all right, Patriots, you got him. It's like the trade hasn't happened yet. No other team is like, hey, making calls, yeah, we want A.J. Brown. Are the Patriots just completely overvaluing him because Vrabel loves him and he's this guy from Tennessee?
I mean, he literally ruined his
Feels
marriage
weird.
over him, so.
The whole thing feels a little weird. So, I mean, if you got Romeo Doubs, you got A.J. Brown on the way. I guess no need for Diggs, but the whole Brown thing is weird. I'm very skeptical.
Yeah, I agree. I've never heard that before. Like a month in advance saying, "Oh, this guy's gonna get traded to this team in a month from now." Like I've never heard that.
Yeah, because the
in the
idea it's
news.
like, oh, there's some salary cap crap that no normal fan could ever understand. It's like, oh,
Sure.
well, if he's like a post June 1st move, then that doesn't affect the Eagles' cap space, whatever.
But-
I don't know, but the idea that it's like they basically have the agreement in place. It's like, all right, well, what if some team?
Yeah.
What if a receiver goes down training the offseason? I don't know. It's just very skeptical, but wild times. But my favorite development in the Mike Vrabel thing is former teammate Asante Samuel chimed in, and this was a great quote because a lot of people. Nope, that's not the quote. A lot of people. This is what he said. Asante Samuel said, "Vrabel is a faithful man. Whatever happened in the past is the past. As of today, he's a faithful man. Move on." And
As of today,
I think that's a really good way to look at things. Like we can only move forward in life. So, yeah, the next time someone calls you an alcoholic, you say, no, that's in the past. I'm moving forward. I'm clean now.
I'm 3 hours sober.
3
was
hours sober.
yesterday.
I am not a degenerate gambler. So, I think Asante Samuel, he's got the right idea.
How many days do you have to drink per week to be considered an alcoholic?
It sucks because it's like actually so few.
I feel like it's the motivation behind drinking.
Tell me more about that because that seems like completely false.
an excuse. Yeah.
Pass. No, I don't know. I feel like if you drink to like to hide from like your actual like feelings and stuff, that's kind of you're relying on the substance as opposed to just drinking to like drink alcohol to have a good time. I don't know.
I couldn't agree more. In fact, Karina, I think that was the great take. I think if you're drinking to have fun, that's totally okay. I don't think that's a problem at all. I think if you're drinking to have fun, that's normal, actually.
Right.
Most
Mission
people drink to have fun.
accomplished. Yeah.
I do not drink because, what were you saying, emotion? I've never had one of those. So I never had one. So, no, drinking for fun, yeah, that's not a problem at all. I think that is sealed. Let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah, let's move to the next
I
topic.
mean,
Great
I'm
take.
basically a doctor, so
Yeah.
take it for what it's worth.
Absolutely.
Take that shit to the bank.
You guys see this Malik Willis first pitch of the Marlins game?
I did.
Just another quarterback or athlete who seemingly can't throw a baseball. This guy is paid handsomely to play quarterback. How come no athlete is able to throw a baseball? To me, it's a lot harder to throw a football, but throwing a baseball seems like an impossible task for a lot of these athletes.
Okay, the only thing I would be able to use in defense of these guys for not being able to throw a baseball would be, have you ever tried to throw like a really small ball? Like if you were trying to throw a golf ball to someone, like that far away, it'd be a little bit harder. These guys' hands are huge. And so when they get a little baseball in their hands, it's so small, it's just hard to control.
Yeah, it's not like they have time to like practice or anything.
I mean, I don't actually expect Malik Willis to. What, he's supposed to show up at the stadium 2 hours early to practice for his first pitch? I mean,
You don't
I
think
don't really
that they
expect
throw
that.
practice pitches before they go out and throw the first pitch?
No, I
Maybe
don't.
like 3 or
They
4.
absolutely
but,
do.
I mean,
They absolutely do.
I've also heard like standing on the mound is a difficult thing as well. Like standing up higher than the actual plate would be, and
I think they just try to throw it too hard, and then they let like it. They lose that control,
maybe.
the adrenaline. You know.
probably a little bit of everything.
And yeah, and being in a big stadium filled with people as opposed to like the first time doing that. Well, you're an athlete, so you're used to being in front of people, but
Yeah.
not doing that specific thing, throwing a baseball.
Man in the arena.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of athletes are less athletic than you think they are
in other
terms
sports.
of being other sports. Yeah,
Yeah,
not every athlete can just go to a basketball court and shoot a 3 consistently. Not every athlete can just go hit a
Very true.
baseball. It's very strange. I think personally the true definition of an athlete is someone who can just go into any sport and be pretty good at all of them. So when you see a guy like Malik Willis throw like that, yeah, it does concern me. Because Josh Allen's hitting dingers out there in the offseason at Duntire Park in Buffalo, and he can throw a fucking strike. And Malik Willis, yeah, with that kind of showing, you're in Jamarcus Russell territory. That was disgusting.
Yeah, it's tough to see. I like a good awful first pitch every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I think we've probably all seen 50 Cents first pitch in
Yeah,
the Mets
that's what I was
game.
thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
One of the worst.
That's probably the most famous one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that it just went sideways. It's like, oh. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I work out. I don't play baseball. It's like, oh, yeah. I don't know. He just
Vitamin
looks
water.
like someone who'd be able to kind of throw the ball, but no. So wild stuff there, but yeah. It's Dolphins and the Jets are projected to have the 2 worst records in the NFL next season. So the floor is low for Malik Willis. All right, Andrew, we're just going to let you rip it away. We know you want to talk Cubs. What's good with your crazy Chicago Cubs? What's
Dude.
good in Wrigleyville?
Best team in baseball right now. Undefeated in the month of May. I think the Rays are also undefeated in the month of May, which is pretty sick too.
It's been a week.
May 10th.
I mean, that's a pretty big deal for baseball. I think they're 8-0 in the month of May. They are on a 8-game winning streak. They've won 15 games in a row at Wrigley Field. They were playing the Reds this past week, who they were competing with for first place in the NL Central, which, by the way, the NL Central, every single team is above 500. There's more teams above 500 in the NL Central than there are in the American League. So it's a very strong division.
Yeah, the AL's terrible.
The Reds came to Wrigley. The Cubs walked them off 3 games in a row. The atmosphere at Wrigley Field on a Wednesday night is probably one of the best atmospheres in all of baseball. It's almost like a playoff atmosphere. It was almost a sold-out crowd. Like the stadium was shaking after the walk-off win. And that was just a Wednesday night against the Reds, like a quarter of the way through the season. So things are looking great in Chicago. I'm not unaware of baseball being a long season, so I'm not just like the Cubs there's no way they don't win the World Series. They have a lot of holes with pitching because every single pitcher seems to be getting hurt throughout the whole league, but especially on the Cubs. It just goes to show, don't play with your kids when you're an athlete.
Good take.
Don't play with
Good
kids.
take.
I said your kids.
Yeah, definitely.
Only
don't
other
play with
people's
your
kids.
No,
Or
like,
any kids.
like Mike McDonald
I
has
said
Mike,
your kids.
Mike McDonald didn't meet his kid until after they won the Super Bowl. So like
Neither did
and-
Ronald McDonald. Sorry, go ahead.
What was that?
Nothing. Bad joke.
Hard hitting baseball analysis from the podcast host over here.
But
huh?
you're just saying what happened this last week.
Isn't that what podcasting is?
No, you need to give your opinion on
You
it.
could be part of it.
Okay, I'm getting there. So the Cubs have a very good chance of winning the World Series if they can find middle relief and possibly sign another starting pitcher to kind of help shore up that really injured starting pitching lineup. So I've heard rumors of them going after Freddie Peralta, which would be fucking awesome. But that's only if the Mets kind of decide that this season they're going to punt on this season. So
And I saw it today, which I think is hilarious because the Mets just traded for this guy in the offseason. Like, they were buyers. They're like, all right, we need to go get pitching. Big year ahead. It's already such a disaster 40 games in. They're like, I don't know. Should we just trade this guy away to the Cubs or
I
something?
mean, if you look at it as like from like just the perspective of being in the National League, unless you are one of the top teams and you're performing well, you don't have a shot against the Dodgers.
I mean, that
You
could,
have to be playing like perfect baseball.
like very well be, but I mean, we're all assuming the Dodgers win the NL West, but it's someone could knock them off. It's a short series to start. Like, you play a 5-game division series. I don't think just the Dodgers have the best team in a landslide, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. They're just going to cakewalk their way to a bunch of titles. Like, especially if you don't get one of the top 2 seeds, and you have to play in that 3-game series, 5-game series. Like, there's a lot of potential for some lesser team to beat you.
I think the Dodgers are vulnerable in those series because I think their biggest thing is the depth that they have. That's where a lot of teams can't get past them is because the Dodgers have so much depth. The funny thing is like the Mets went out and spent all this money to try to like match the Dodgers, and they're one of the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah, I thought they'd be good, and that has not been the case at all.
It's so funny, dude. When they were playing the Cubs, like I was laughing watching those games. They're a horrible team.
But speaking of the Dodgers' depth, what about that backup catcher they have, this Dalton Rushing, who's like
God.
out of nowhere just becoming the biggest piece of shit in baseball?
Did you see what he said? He said he doesn't want people to see
misunderstood.
him in that light. Yeah, he's like, I'm a good person. It's like, no, you're not.
What happened?
He's just like, he had a streak where every other day he had like bad press for just generally being a dick. Like, it was like the Rockies like knocked around the Dodgers starting pitcher, which it's like, that's a highlight of a decade for the Colorado Rockies.
Sure.
He was like, yeah, something seemed fishy there. Just implied like they must have had our signs. It's like, dude, it's the Rockies. Let them have this moment. Then it's like some guy in the Giants gets like drill with a pitch or collision. He's like on the ground in pain, and Rushing's walking the dugout. You just see him mouth like pussy.
Yeah, he's just mocking him. Yeah.
What a dick.
And then
I like that.
And then, but then you can't. But like, own it. Don't come back on it and be like, I'm not a villain. I'm a good person. People are just misunderstanding me. It's like, no, they're not. You're just a piece of shit.
No, that's a good point. Own up to it. You definitely got to own up to it. How about? Sorry to get off the Cubs here for a second, but I have to bring this up. Who was that pitcher who his catcher tried to get him to step off the mound for a pitch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Framber Valdez. He was in the news this past week, too. I don't know if you saw. So
yeah, his catcher's. Oh, was that before last week? What he did?
yeah, exactly. So it's resurfaced because he's had another moment of being a huge piece of shit. So Framber Valdez, hell of a starting pitcher, had a really good run with the Astros. He was with them up through last season. Exactly. His catcher basically says, "Hey, step off. Don't throw in." Valdez just says, "No, I'm going to my windup, throwing the pitch." Gets absolutely nuked to left field for a home run. To me, that's Valdez's fault. It's like, no, dude, your catcher's telling you to step off. You just decided to go in your windup. Yeah. He's pissed about it. And so Valdez, he's a heavy sinker type pitcher. Like, he doesn't really throw that many fastballs. He's like a sinker guy. Catcher calls for a sinker, intentionally crosses up his catcher, just beans him with a fastball, like just twists the guy's wrist
in the
up.
chest.
And this is like a third string catcher. The catcher just kind of had the look on his face like, dude, like takes his mask off, takes a few steps towards Valdez, and is just shaking his head like, what the hell?
Well, incredible composure from that catcher because he wanted to just run out there and beat the shit out of him. But he took 2 steps. He's like, I make too much money to beat up my pitcher, so I'm just going to throw the ball back to him. But honestly, that guy's a dick. I don't know anything about him from before, but just watching that play, that guy is a fucking asshole. To do that to your own catcher is reprehensible.
And I feel like he would have been one of the most coveted free agent starting pitchers this offseason, but I feel like that incident had a lot of teams kind of staying away. It's like, I don't know if we need that guy in the clubhouse. He lands with the Detroit Tigers. Then this past week, they're playing the Red Sox, who have been absolutely awful, but they're teeing off on Framber Valdez. He thinks that they have their signs. They're relaying them from second base, and they hit back-to-back home runs off him. The next pitch drills Trevor Story high up in the back, and the bench is clear. I mean, it's as obvious as it gets. Like, back-to-back homers, you drill the next guy. And I was shocked the umps didn't throw him out right away. I'm like, this couldn't be more clear. All the Tigers come out, but even his own teammates didn't back him up on that one. Like, they eventually do throw him out of the game, but AJ Hinch, the Tigers manager after, had a quote along the lines of, I think we play a good brand of baseball here, and, when you come out of the dugout, you want to be unified, but I'll just say it didn't feel great. It didn't feel great being out there. Like, they couldn't even back this guy up because it's when you do something like that, you're going to get one of your own guys hit. I think since the umps threw him out right away, there was no retaliation. No one the Tigers got beamed, but this is why the position players kind of want the pitchers to still have to hit. It's like, no, if you beat a guy, you should have to go up to the plate. Like, now they're going to hit me, dude. This is not my thing. Like, I don't care you got rocked for 10 runs.
What if their catcher just started beating the shit out of them? Like, everyone just starts beating the shit out of them.
So after this, I think this guy is unequivocally one of the biggest clowns in Major League Baseball.
Clown
Except
show.
Dalton Rushing's worse.
It's crazy. So Framber Valdez, yeah.
Also,
at least Framber Valdez owns being a dickhead,
Sure.
and he's not
I
like,
just don't
guys,
think he
I'm not
speaks English.
mean. Huh?
I don't think he speaks English.
Well, he's still a dick.
It's also he just got to Detroit, and it's like probably his like 6th start, and he's already made all of his teammates hate him. It's like, wow, way to really.
And now he's the ace too, because Scooball's out with loose bodies. So
Yeah.
You also mentioned that that Wrigley Field is shaking. You said in the regular season. I'll tell you another stadium that's shaking, but not for the reasons you might think. That is Tropicana Field. Did you guys see the viral video of the structural beams shaking?
I did see that video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can also say that in St. Pete during the regular season, our stadium is shaking, man. Yeah. Just shaking. So apparently, I saw some comments on that Facebook post that is actually how it's designed to flex and shake like that. I don't know if I'm buying that after the hurricane, because they did play there for like 40 years beforehand. There was never a viral video of people kicking the stadium beams and them going like this. So a little questionable to keep going back in that Rays stadium and watching. But thank you, City of St. Petersburg, for throwing up $58 million of our tax money to put a shitty roof on once again for maybe a season and a half. Really means a lot. Mayor Ken Welch, thanks for being behind us.
Yeah, but the Rays are one of the 3 teams in the AL that are above 500. So
Yeah, wild times in the
They're a good
American
team.
League. But it's also crazy because I feel like it looked like that's in the section that we like to sit in. The section that we've been a couple times. We like to binge drink. We don't do that anymore, but in the past we would enjoy our unlimited beers there.
Have you guys seen the videos coming out of the cup snakes they've been making at Tropicana
Yeah,
Field?
they kind of put ours to shame.
Dude.
Well, if you had more than 3 beers, then we could have had a snake like
we
that.
started that.
I think we did.
We started. They were like, "Hey, we were at this game with this sick Cubs fan, and he was like, "Hey, this is called a cup snake," and we were like,
the Cubs
"We've
fan
never
wears the
seen this
shorts?
before." Huh?
The Cubs fan with the small shorts.
Yeah, the really short shorts. Yeah, 3 beers. 3? Anyway, so we kind of taught them what a cup snake was, and now they're getting on board with it.
Okay.
I haven't
issue
seen
is
the videos. Are they huge?
they were
Oh
good,
yeah,
They were
is,
good cup
'cause,
snakes.
You know, you were holding the cup snake. You were kind of in charge of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we got kind of true, authentic cup snakes that were going, rows and rows. Like it's
Yeah, you can see it throughout the stadium.
What are they doing now? Like what?
That's
what's
what
the
they're
difference?
doing. Like it's big enough you can see it throughout the. It's because everyone's contributing, and there's like more than 5 people at the game too.
Are they all up in the upper deck?
Yeah,
obviously?
I think
exactly.
everyone's starting to realize like that's a good deal. Those tickets are about to skyrocket.
I am trying not to drink, but the thought of going there to drink cold beers for free is very enticing.
the
Dude, it's
Marlins
such
are in town next weekend. I think we might need to go back.
I'm down.
Malik Willis throwing out the first pitch for that one.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield.
that'd be great. So yeah, I saw the support beam wobbling. Everyone's like, "No, it's supposed to do that. That's totally normal." I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense. I see this happen all the time. Actually, just
Yeah, it's like
support posts just
One of the
shaking
walls in my
inside
house
buildings.
does the same thing, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's built like that for
It's
a
like
reason.
no, yeah,
It's like copium, you know? It's like when you're driving your car and you hear like a weird noise, you're like, nah, it's probably just like the wind or something.
it's crazy. All right,
Nice.
I feel like we're running out of
Is
steam.
that the word for it? Copium?
It sounded about right. It worked, right?
But
Like,
what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I think it's a slang word, but it just
For
means
like-
it's like you're coping. Like it's
yeah,
like
you're coping.
it's like you're sipping on
Yeah,
some copium.
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
like the
you're
verb.
telling yourself
of-
everything's good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think it's a real
I
word.
don't really
like
know.
opium?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty shit, yeah.
Don't look it up.
Copium with
We're not
opium?
going to.
Yeah.
We don't look up anything on this program. Actually,
Clearly. Except for unless
Not
it's
clearly.
Facebook comments, because that's a reputable.
Well, you got it. You got it. All right, Trent. I feel like we have time for another segment or two.
Hey, Andy,
what do you
ask
want to
me,
talk
ask
about?
me if I have an opinion.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Do you have an opinion on
Nope.
the state of the American League right now?
No.
Huh.
All right, go
That's
ahead.
fine.
Yeah, go on to the next
That's
one.
fine. All right. Let's see.
Go Twins.
That's right.
Last place in the worst division in baseball.
Hey,
We got to get into the
still early in the season.
That's true, that's
hantavirus
true.
outbreak that happened on this cruise ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on? Are we headed for another pandemic? Does this change your opinion on going on cruise ships?
I got so
Oh, you have an opinion?
I do.
All right.
Well,
Well,
Trent, do
cruise
you have an
ships.
opinion? It's not baseball, so I'm sure you know a lot about it.
Dude, just give your fucking hantavirus opinion. Jesus Christ.
From what I've heard about it, is it's too deadly for it to be as quick spreading as coronavirus, because coronavirus, the thing with that was it wasn't, the mortality rate wasn't that high, so it would spread a lot faster. The hantavirus is a lot deadlier, so the people are dying before it can be spread. But also, like, the question I wanted to ask about it is, do y'all know what the trolley problem is? Like the old philosophical thing where like you can shift the train to kill a group of people or one person.
Yes.
Which one is like the right answer?
Yeah.
Do we bomb the ship?
Only if it's in the Strait of Hormuz.
Didn't they get
No,
everyone off the
like,
ship?
like people, like it's
Yeah.
like a legitimate like philosophical question. Like, do you do what's better for the masses, or do you let these people come back and risk it spreading and killing a lot more people?
No, you kill all the people who go on any Carnival cruise, let alone this specific one. If you've been on a cruise in the last 6 months, you should just be eliminated on site. I unfortunately am in that cohort, but I think I should go down too. What I experienced on that cruise was there's no coming back from that. These people on the cruises getting their free cruises and just taking up fucking oxygen on this earth. These cruises are insufferable, especially, you know what's even more insufferable than the people on the cruises? Cruise reviewers on YouTube
Ooh.
are possibly the worst group of people since the SS.
Wow. Hot take.
It's
And yes,
tough.
if your question is, should we bomb that specific ship? Yes.
But I've heard people have gotten off the ship that have the virus.
We're all gonna die.
Yes.
I think somewhere in Europe, like they're.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, good. Send them somewhere
And
else.
I
I was
Ukraine,
kind of wondering.
just
I'm
put
like,
them in the
they're not here,
Ukraine,
right? I'm
but-
like, well.
And I also heard like how
Biological warfare.
how it's transmitted between people is like bodily fluids or something. It's not like breathing or coughing or
Oh, yeah, that wasn't a problem with HIV.
well, I mean, that's cured now, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm also
Money.
seeing that it takes
Yeah.
about 2 weeks
out Magic
after
Johnson.
contact to show symptoms.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's kind of weird. You're saying that the people are dying so fast, but maybe not fast enough though. Because can you spread it in that
Oh,
time
okay.
period? Well, I'm just saying, can you still
Maybe that
spread it
quick.
before you're having symptoms?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you
that
don't
does
know.
kind of completely poke the biggest hole in your argument.
Well, also, it's funny you
I
say
don't
it
have
spreads by
an
bodily
argument.
fluids. It makes sense because cruises are just a complete fuck fest. So it makes sense that people are swapping bodily fluids. Like,
There you go.
it's not like you're just breathing on each other. This doesn't
Who fucked a bat?
change
this
my
time?
opinion
Right.
at all. They say this comes from rodents. Although, is it bad at rodents?
Oh,
I think it's
yeah.
rat shit. I think
heard
is
that
what I
too.
heard.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we need to get to. Are rodents mammals? I know bats are
Yes.
mammals. Okay.
Yeah.
Are bats rodents?
They have
Are bats flying rodents?
no bats are mammals. They're the only
no,
flying mammals.
no. But are rats? Are
Rats are mammals,
bats
yes.
Rats are rodents.
Are bats rodents?
Rats have
Rodents are mammals,
Rats
right?
give live birth and they have hair. I believe those are the two factors that make a mammal.
Live birth and hair.
Okay.
The only exception is a platypus, but they are still considered mammals.
I feel like we were talking
There you
about there was some animal recently where I was convinced it was a mammal, but it's not.
Hey, just a quick question. So we're having a quick argument here. Are rodents mammals?
Yes, they are. Rodents are definitely mammals. They belong to the class Mammalia, just like humans. They have hair, give live birth, with a few exceptions. Looking at you, monotremes. And
Hey,
the mothers produce
Hey,
milk.
What do you say? Look
hey,
at
just
that.
a
not
quick
sure.
question.
Are bats rodents?
No, bats are mammals.
So
Oh,
you
I-
know
I-
the
never
trolley problem. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Now, just hypothetically speaking, and this obviously isn't real life. I'm just asking you for fun, so I just want to hear what your thoughts are. But I want you to take this seriously and give me a true answer. So, if there was hypothetically a cruise ship off the coast of Ukraine, and everyone on the ship had the hantavirus, if we could just bomb that ship to make sure no one else ever gets the hantavirus again, would you bomb that ship, or would you let these filthy animals off the ship into the Ukraine?
I get that you're asking a hypothetical, but I won't treat any group of people as filthy animals or endorse harming them. In real life, dilemmas like this
I'm
aren't
going to
solved.
Grok. Okay, sorry guys.
Damn.
ChatGPT is too woke.
You pay for premium? That's the answer they give you?
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Honestly, this doesn't affect whether or not I want to go on a cruise ship at all. Like, I'm still so down. It's a great time for people who don't want to go on cruise ships. Like, I don't know. There's no culture. No, there's culture. It might not be a good culture, but it's culture. And if you can't have fun on one of these things, I mean, you might be the lamest person on the planet. It's like buffets, binge drinking, casinos, playing basketball, water slides. Like, if you can't have fun with that, I'm like, what are you into? Like,
Just make sure you're drinking to have fun, or else you're an alcoholic.
oh, yeah, we would only do that.
Have you ever thought about just going to an all-inclusive resort though instead?
Yeah,
Same
that's what
idea.
I do.
I would do it. Yeah, I'm into that as well.
Yeah, I mean it just seems a little safer.
Yeah, and a cruise ship I feel like is just an all-inclusive resort on the water.
At least though
But-
with the cruise ships, it's like you you
You're
do kind of
trapped.
bounce. You see a few different spots, and it's kind of cool. It's like
There's more community. I feel like, you know?
True.
Like,
On a cruise ship,
yeah.
sure.
you do kind
Yeah.
of become friends with the people. I know you did on yours.
You get the Hanta virus.
Yeah, they called me Unk. They called me Unk. It was
Yeah.
no good.
called you Unk. Oh, really? Sorry to hear
No,
that,
you would be
bro.
a hit on a cruise because also you spend so much time with these people. It's like you can be on it for 4 days, and you feel like you've known the person for 3 months. By the end of it, it's like, oh my god, the memories are crazy. It's like, wait, I only knew that person for like a 96-hour period.
Yeah.
So,
And it's
wild
funny
times.
because Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini did both of those things. They
That's
went to an
true.
all-inclusive resort and went on a cruise together.
no, they're doing it all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're doing it all. So, crazy stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is the last thing we're going to hit on. The Maple Leafs won the draft lottery despite only having an 8.5% chance of getting the number 1 pick. I mean, only 8.5%. They had the 5th best odds to win it. Obviously, we know the NHL wants a winner in Toronto. That's their biggest city in Canada.
Rigged. It's rigged.
Is the NHL draft lottery rigged? Are draft lotteries on the whole rigged?
Yes.
There is too much money on the line in these sports franchises and leagues to not think that there is a man behind the curtains who is rigging everything. This has been proven. We saw this with Goodell. We saw this with
David
Bo
Stern.
Nix breaking his ankle.
Right,
That
clearly.
was all fixed because if you watch that game back, there was never a play where Bo Nix actually looked hurt, and then he magically broke his ankle. This is just proof that Roger Goodell controls everything in the NFL. The NHL commissioner clearly fixed this because Austin Matthews has probably 3 good years left, and they need Canada back in contention. And their big team is the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I think there couldn't be more clear evidence that the draft is rigged, aside from Wemby going to San Antonio, too.
Cooper flagged to the Mavericks after they traded Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the more blatant ones, especially because they were in the play-in last season, so they should have had basically the lowest odds of winning it.
I mean, what are you gonna like send the first overall pick of this draft? What is it? What's the dude's name? That he's really good too. He's supposed to be a generational
NHL?
talent. Yeah,
Gavin McKenna.
Gavin McKenna. You think Gavin McKenna wants to go play in Columbus? Like, you think that's gonna pull money into
We
the
love
NHL?
Columbus.
He'd rather play in Columbus than Toronto
Well, I'm saying, like, do you think that's gonna pull money in? No. Why would he rather play in Columbus than
because he
Toronto?
doesn't want to pay in taxes, Canadian taxes.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. The NHL doesn't want him playing in Columbus.
Correct. What a shitty city.
No, I'm with you. I think all these draft lotteries, the league's fingerprints are all over them. Like, that was a blatant one last year with Cooper Flag. When when Zion Williamson landed in New Orleans, right after Anthony Davis had asked out, and the NBA was kind of trying to crack down on stars who aren't free agents, kind of calling their shots on where they land. Also, think about the amount of times stars have just miraculously landed in their hometown. Like, I feel like we all just take it for granted. We're like, yeah, it's like LeBron, you know, like he grew up near Cleveland. That's why he played for the Cavs. It's like, that's not actually how basketball works. It's not like you just land on the team that's closest to your hometown. Like, it was kind of crazy that he ended up just falling to his hometown team. Look at Derrick Rose and the Bulls. It's like, oh, wow, what a crazy coincidence.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's almost popular opinion that the Patrick Ewing draft lottery was rigged.
Yeah, that was the first one for sure.
I don't know. It's like these leagues clearly have their fingerprints all over everything. There's too much money on the line.
Connor Bedard going to the Chicago Blackhawks too. Like, I won't even like argue that was probably
Yeah.
rigged as well.
We love it. So
Right after we got rid of Patrick Kane. So
they're all dirty. You know, all leagues are filthy. If you don't think that there's shady stuff going on in these leagues, then you probably also believe in Santa Claus.
wait, you don't?
I love
I do.
Santa.
But I like how you immediately went to the NFL, which is the one sport that doesn't have a lottery. Well, baseball doesn't have it either,
Baseball
but it's really just an NHL and NBA thing. But
I was wondering where that
I
was
like
going.
it. I do like it. That was great. I don't know. We hit on a lot. Anything else people get off their chest?
No, I just think 50 is a lot of episodes. I mean, there's a. That means me and you have spent at least 75 hours together, just on podcasting alone, which is honestly disgusting.
crazy.
It's not what I wanted to do this past 7 months, but here we are.
It's actually wild. We've just been saying nothing into the mic for over 3 days of actual time. It's wild. I mean, like you said, it's a waste of storage. It will live on the internet forever. No one's ever going to watch it.
I just can't, especially with the shortage of computer chips right now, the fact that we just keep talking past 1 hour and 20 minutes on this podcast today is just a blatant disrespect for the people in Arkansas who are battling these data farms. And I feel a little bit guilty, but at the same time, I'm going to buy so many fucking memory cards and just have all of my AIs automatically talking to the other AIs just to use computer chip space in the US. And I think that's kind of my goal. It's my way of shit posting the world.
Yeah. We really have a good time with this. It's like we never should have had this outlet or been able to do this. It's crazy. I shouldn't be able to speak my thoughts on the microphone and have them go on the internet, but they do.
I think we also just need to say one thing, because it's been one common comment that we get on every single video that we've posted for all 50 episodes, and that is that podcasting equipment needs to be more expensive. And I am not trying to, swap myself, but I want to just run through the lineup here. Okay, each one of these Shure microphones is $400. The long extension cords are about $40 each. The board right there to record the podcast on, $1,000. The memory card in the board, $300. The cases, $20 each. That bag for the camera, like $200. The camera body with no lens itself, $5,000. Lens, $4,000.
Damn.
So I just want to say to all the haters, you're never going to be able to afford to make a podcast. And I hope you can go fuck yourself, because all you can do is just comment on fucking TikToks all day long. The podcast equipment will be more expensive. You are the most insufferable piece of shit ever. Go hang yourself from your grandma's bathroom.
What about Andy's contract? How much is that?
That's right.
Big money.
I forgot about Andy. Fucking Andy, ever since episode 32, where we did it in Crescent Lake Park and had 7 million views for
That's true.
me exposing to the world that Barron Trump ruined the financial system in the U.S. Andy has been paid $10,000 per episode, which is that's Kalshi
Andy.
money, though.
Yeah.
Kalshi dollars.
It's been great. It's been phenomenal.
It shows.
We're
changed.
seasoned pros now.
And I did get in touch with the agent for the guy who's suing the JP Morgan boss.
Yeah.
He is considering our contract offer.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
He
We're
also
just-
loves AI.
We're trying to grow this talent
does.
network.
Well, guys, thank you. 50 episodes in the book. Next 50 are going to be electric. We just appreciate the support, and thanks for joining, guys.
Yeah.
Andrew,
Thanks for having
wonderful
us again.
takes.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Appreciate you having
we
us, guys.
appreciate it.
Love
Thanks.
you, buddy.
Good stuff.
Congratulations, fellas.
Thanks.